Arceus is so top heavy. Think about it like this. You know how in anime you see a girl, right? You see a waifu, right? You look at Tsunade. She's so top heavy. She has a lot of chest. That's a lot of attack power. That's a lot of AP. All right? She has a lot of chest. Hinata, when she was a teenager, had a lot of chest. What's her name? Rias from High School DxD, she has a lot of chest, but she also has ass too. So we're not going to include her. Tsunade has a lot of chest, so she is top heavy. She don't got a lot of booty. All right? So she's not well-rounded. Her defense abilities isn't great. That's what Arceus is. He is top heavy. He has a lot of boobs, but no ass.
My bro shooter, that nigga ain't messy. He clean it up when he doing the dirt. Hit from the back and she wet on my shirt. Hit from the back and she making tsunamis. Bust down Cartier, staying on time. Man, young and bowling like I'm playing with Brian.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sue. Yes, we're back with another video. Your favorite Goku card. Favorite Goku. Listen, how Arceus destroys 99.999% of Dragon Ball Z. Pokemon vs. Dragon Ball Z. He didn't say Dragon Ball Super because he know we a different type of animal. Dragon Ball Z, that's one thing. So let's check this out. Like the title's misleading. The title's you put Dragon Ball Super, but then you have Dragon Ball Z. Listen, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on my social medias, y'all. I'm gonna have it in the video, okay? So you can follow me. I'm gonna pick your videos. I'm gonna find your messages because there's a lot. Trust me. On my artist, there's a lot of fucking messages that you guys left. And I gotta sit there and scroll through everything and pick a video. Listen, it's a lot, but I love it. Thank you guys for interacting with your voice too. We're on our way to 20K. We're trying to get to 100K by either this year or next year. It can happen. It can happen, y'all. So, listen, if I'm entertaining, you find me funny. Because this is all jokes to me. I can honestly care less. But subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel so I could like bust out more videos like this and actually start making videos because apparently I don't have a lot of time to do this stuff. All right. So with that being said, subscribe, smash that like button for you, boy. Let's dig on into this video. Oh, that's some great edit. Did you draw this?
Hello, everyone.
I already seen that you already had like 1,500 comments. So I already know that you probably triggered like a lot of Dragon Ball Z tars, bro. Like, I'm not triggered. I'm just saying that you probably did.
I'm Carthu, and welcome back to the dojo. Today, we will be discussing a controversial topic. Can a Pokemon face off fairly against the characters of Dragon Ball Z?
My thing is this, before you even start, how we fighting? Because it really depends on how we fight. Right? Like, if we're doing it Pokemon style or we're in the Dragon Ball Z universe, because it could be two different things. Right? If you're in a neutral net zone where both rules apply, then I'm not sure how that's going to work because then you got to pick and choose which rules to follow and whatnot. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work.
Any of them. Can a Pokemon even beat all of Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know about all, but it might. It depends. Because knowing how Dragon Ball, the characters from Dragon Ball, we're not pussy. We done fought pretty much everything besides angels.
Let's discuss the strongest Pokemon, the god of all Pokemon, Arceus, versus Dragon Ball Z.
And that 1% better be Zeno because I don't think you're fucking up Zeno.
Let's jump into this. So, a quick review of the DBZ power scale is that Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga is planet level, Frieza is star level. You can either use the Planet Vegeta calculation, but that's from specials and non-canon material, realistically using just pure multiplication, as power levels have become linear at this point, is the best method. Super Perfect Cell is then stated to be a solar system buster, which is backed up by the guides. And then that leaves us with the strongest portion of Dragon Ball Z, not including End of Z, where there's no real feats to determine how strong the characters are, the Buu Saga.
Oh, so we're just strictly using Dragon Ball Z, okay.
So, in the manga, the strongest character is Vegito, specifically Super Vegito. But just how strong is he? A guide for the manga states that Vegito in base is stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so we can lowball this to be equal to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is a 400 times base.
Wait, did you say that if you lowballed it, it'll be equal to Goku? So, Vegito in his base is stronger than Goku Super Saiyan 3. It should be short. It's a fusion between both Goku and Vegeta. So clearly, in his base, he's going to be stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Off the bat, that's evident.
Goku, or 8 times solar system level, because Goku in Super Saiyan 2 is 2 times that of his Super Saiyan form. His Super Saiyan form is not stated to be stronger than Super Perfect Cell, but his Super Saiyan 2 form is stated to be stronger than Gohan at the time of his fight with Cell. Gohan and Super Perfect Cell were relative to each other. This means that Goku is less than 2 times solar system level. But for the sake of argument, I'll say Goku is twice as strong as Gohan and Cell during the Cell arc, and that in Super Saiyan 3 he is 8 times solar system level. The additional 4 times, of course, coming for Super Saiyan 3's multiplier of 4 times. Vegito is roughly equal to this, and can become Super Saiyan, so he's 50 times stronger than that. So Vegito is 400 times stronger than solar system level. That's not even galaxy level, but for the sake of argument, let's say that Vegito is galaxy level. Let's just have manga Vegito at galaxy.
No, I don't have him at Galaxy if he's not at Galaxy, because if Arceus is universal, of course he's crushing everybody in Dragon Ball Z. Facts. I believe it. I would sit there and say, as the greatest Dragon Ball Z target you will ever see in your life, I would sit there and admit defeat if that's what this is. If he's solely at solar system, like he's like high tier solar system level, and Arceus is universal, then I'm like, all right. We gonna take that out. It is what it is. We can't do nothing about it. What you want me to say?
In the anime, however, this is a little different. The strongest character is still Super Vegito, but his scaling works a little different. In the original run of the DBZ anime, not Kai, Wuhan was stated to be able to destroy the universe by collapsing multiple dimensions onto our own.
Oh, so anime version, he's universal tier. Oh, so then I take back what I said then. Shit.
Considering the fact that this attack is stated to be on a universal scale, we should take it as such. And
he has universal AP.
It will be a universal feat. Then, considering that Super Vegito was able to attack...
He was able to destroy this man with no effort at all.
Attack that Wuhan during this attack and knock him out of it. Vegito should be at least universal in the anime. I'll try not to linger too long on the Dragon Ball Z side of things here, because I feel like it's a topic that most people are very aware of for. But just to reiterate, we'll take manga Vegito.
Oh, so you're going to take the weaker version. I mean, I guess. Of course you're going to get your answer.
As galaxy level at most, super highballed. And we'll take Vegito in the anime as universal. Again, at most, based on a feat that's really not universal. It's kind of hard to spell it out that way.
I mean, let's see. If he fought somebody with universal AP, right, he could destroy. Said it in the anime that he can destroy a universe with this attack. And Vegito was like, you know what? Let me just punch him real quick to stop him from using that attack. I feel like that's a feat because you stopped him from using a universal destroying attack, right? That makes sense. That's common. That's common sense. Like, if I stopped you from destroying the universe, that's a universal feat, right? Like, if Ben 10 stopped a black hole that was strong enough to destroy a universe, that's a universal feat, right? That's a universal feat, right? If he stopped the black hole that was strong enough to take out the universe, that's a universal feat. But if Vegito stopped, Buhan from using a universal attack, it's at least universal. What type of logic is this, bro?
Way because he's just collapsing dimensions in on each other. So really just making those rips in reality are what caused the damage, not Buhan himself.
I mean, it's his attack though, so the universe was fine without him screaming at the top of his lungs. Don't try to discredit him. Don't discredit him, bro. Just keep it a stack. If he had not yelled, those dimensions that were collapsing that can destroy the universe wouldn't have happened. Right or wrong? I'm right. So it's him causing the rips to cause the universe to collapse. Don't sit there and try to take that away from him. I hate when people do that. Don't do that.
But again, on a universal scale, he's ripping these dimensions. It's universal. We'll take it as such.
Don't sit there and do that.
Let's get to Arceus. Arceus has a few iterations I'd like to go through, but there are some important prefaces to go through. First off, that in almost every single iteration, he is considered the creator of the universe, creator of space and time, and the deities that control both space and time. He also created dimensions for these deities, though that is only shown in movies. He did, however, consistently create another dimension that is parallel to Earth, but in some ways shown to be smaller, but it may be the same size depending on which canon you go by. At the very least, it's a parallel universe to Earth called the Distortion World, and this world is ruled by Giratina. Giratina constantly being shown to be equal to the rulers of space and time.
Hey, hold on. Who is the salamander? The red salamander Pokemon? He's really, really big. He looks like a dragon, but he also looks like a salamander. I forgot his name, and it's a dragon Pokemon that's green with big ass popo lips. So I thought they all worked together because I thought those were the god tier, Pokemon, right?
Yeah, Dialga. And again, Giratina created by Arceus. So we have three beings that are ruling three dimensions.
Oh, so he's it. He's the one. Okay.
By Arceus.
So I mean, he could create universes. Can he destroy them? Has he destroyed any?
Great. Those are the general consensuses that I will be using during this project. Of course, we could lowball Arceus and say he didn't create any of the Pokemon, that he just created, space and time by themselves, just created the universe, whatever.
I mean, if you created, without you creating it, then those Pokemons will not be there, bro. So it's you can't, my thing is this. If I create a universe and then something happens within the universe, I created it. Because without me, if I didn't start what I did, you would not be here right now. Right? That makes sense. Don't.
Argument today will be from the mindset that he created everything. He is the original creator of the universe and universes, potentially. Time and space he existed outside of. The easiest iteration I'd like to go over is Pokemon Generations. In Pokemon Generations, episode 11, this was a promo anime. These went into stories that took place within the games and animated them as such. The story in episode 11 is pretty much based off of the events of Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum had Cyrus creating the Red Chain, summoning Palkia and Dialga, and trying to create a new universe. Now, reminder, mostly statements are saying that Palkia and Dialga will create and destroy the universe.
Oh, I remember these two. I remember them. Didn't they fight the salamander dragon thing and the dragon Pokemon?
However, the official description of the episode is, with the beginnings of a new universe laid out before him, Cyrus and Team Galactic faces extreme opposition, but aid arrives in an unusual form. The statements in the show have it being that Palkia and Dialga are destroying the current universe while creating a new one. This would be destroying half and creating half for each of them, or one universal feat for each Pokemon present. Since Palkia and Dialga, again by our prefaces, are created by Arceus. Arceus, in turn, should have the power to also create and destroy a universe. This would put him at twice universal, if not 4 times, if you want to scale the fact that he created both Palkia and Dialga. And you can go even further.
Okay, so I can see what you mean by that, because he created 2 universal destroying Pokemons himself. So it'll be 2 times the 4, well, about 2 times. No, he's about 2 times universal. So if he create those 2 who are universal at where they're at right now, they can't really evolve. That's 2 times him. So like that'll make him 4 times universal. Okay, that makes sense.
Further than that, and say 6 times universal if you really want to get crazy and count Giratina in there somehow. However,
okay, so it will be 6 times universal. Okay.
In this anime special, there's no real indication that Giratina is on those same universal scales. Just
some people would take it as, oh, he's actually 6 times universal.
Palkia and Dialga. Realistically, we'll go with 2 times universal for Arceus for the Pokemon.
Oh, if that's how strong you are, then you're not soloing Dragon Ball Super, because we're way above universal. I said we're as if I'm a part of it. They are way above universal.
Iteration. The next one I'd like to go over is the Pokemon anime. This would be Diamond and Pearl Galactic Battles, and it is season 12 of the anime. Now, Dialga himself, once again, is never shown, but we can base things off of feats from Palkia and Dialga. Palkia and Dialga were able to create and destroy a universe at the same time, much like in the Pokemon Generation special. That makes both of them universal, and since the red chain is stated to be God's power, and God is Arceus, then obviously Arceus is greater than universal, because the red chain is controlling both Palkia and Dialga at the same time, and harming them, I might add. But for the sake of argument, we can lowball him to casual universal like Palkia and Dialga. Palkia and Dialga were creating and destroying a universe in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, like if it's a casual feat for them to like, okay, I could destroy a universe and just make a new one, like that, like. All right, so my thing is that you wouldn't need, if you could casually destroy a universe, you wouldn't need a whole movie showing you that you could destroy a whole universe, right? Like, look at Zeno. It takes him but not even, probably 0.5 of a second to destroy or get rid of a universe, right? It takes him that long. It's taking Dialga and I forgot his name, like a whole movie to destroy a universe. I mean, you could do it, right? But it's not quick. So I wouldn't say it's like casual. I mean, I don't know. It's so weird. This whole scaling thing is so weird if you're trying to be technical, because then it hurts your head trying to think about like how to make certain things work. It's so weird.
Well, this was shown by the portal that Cyrus was jumping into at the end of the anime episode. It had hundreds, if not thousands of galaxies already
clusters
and moving past the portal. Then they destroy that universe with 1 attack each. And they were casual attacks, a Roar of Time.
I mean, if you're outside of the universe and then you try to destroy a universe, I feel like that, isn't it easier to do it that way? Like, you're not going to destroy a universe within the universe. You're not going to do that. Unless you're Senno's crazy ass. But you're not going to sit there and destroy a universe with inside the universe. You're going to have the whole orb right there. You're looking at it. You're like, okay, let me just charge up an attack and destroy it. So it takes 2 of y'all to destroy it. It don't take 1 of y'all to destroy a universe. Okay.
Spatial rend is what it looked like. Those are not crazily exceptional moves. I mean, they do have the properties of space and time, but they didn't seem exerted after that, and they were just able to...
So my thing is this. He spends the entire video. We spent like 3 minutes on Dragon Ball, but spends the entire video talking about, like, okay.
Much leave casually and didn't see the Predator out of breath. Again, this would put casual universal for Arceus, if not 2 to 4 times universal. Now we move on to a weirder one, the movie. Arceus and the Jewel of Life. This movie has some weird consistency things. Arceus is hurt by normal Pokemon when he doesn't have some of his plates.
Sounding like, you know, if you're getting hurt by a normal Pokemon because you don't have some of your plates, that's the equivalent to Goku being shot by a laser gun. The equivalent. So how the hell did a normal Pokemon catch a god who created everything?
still has enough strength to break free, though, and deal damage and escape, but he's hurt enough that he has to go into sort of a recovery slumber.
If you're a god, can't you just like recover it instant? It's like instant, right? If you create everything, you're that strong, you shouldn't even be able to get hurt. So that means that we could hurt you. Dragon Ball Z characters can hurt you.
So gets hit by this meteor, which makes him lose his plates. Now,
you get hit by a simple meteor, and it makes you lose all your plates. And you're telling us that you could destroy the Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I said the Dragon Ball Xenoverse. You can destroy the Dragon Ball universe, 99% of it, and you think you'll be okay. You got hit by a simple meteor, and it fucked you up. God, I feel sorry for... You have to fight Beerus? Lord, I feel bad.
Is that just carelessness, off-guardness, or is that really the limits of his power, his meteor level, when...
That's unfortunate.
His output is so much greater than that, even...
His output is ridiculous, but he don't look like he's that durable. Like, you talk about sewing us, and you can't take a simple meteor attack. Get the fuck out of my face.
Stated in this movie to be much greater than that. Can what he take be so much less than what he can dish out? It's possible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We could beat you. Because you can't take damage? Oh, yeah. You're not durable at all? You get hit by a meteor? You could dish out crazy-ass damage, but you can't take it. That's crazy to me. You're not durable. You're frail.
This cannon. Now, he's obviously holding back when he's destroying that country, town, whatever you want to call it, because Palkia and Dialga are shown taking hits from Judgment just fine with their barriers, and these Judgment attacks were meant for humans, buildings, landscapes, things like that. But then they were hurt by the other attacks that were meant for them, and even broke through the barriers. It's stated in this movie as well that Palkia and Dialga control space and time respectively, something we sort of universally agree to, but it's nice to have it stated. It's also stated that Arceus is probably the creator of everything, though it's not 100% either way. This is one of those things, again, that's sort of established in the community as true, but it's technically mythological in nature, and it's hard to prove these things without time traveling, of course. Now, the plates that Arceus have are stated to nullify every attack so long as he has all of them. No, it probably couldn't stop DBS characters, and for some reason couldn't stop the meteor, but maybe because that's not an attack.
Oh, damn, so you can't stop DBS characters, and you can't stop... You can nullify attacks. Guess who can nullify attacks in Dragon Ball Super? Beerus. Yeah, we getting crazy over here. You ain't soloing us. It can't be us. You're soloing. You strong, but you can't take damage. So we can hurt you. Oh, that's crazy. You can destroy us, but not if we hurt you for long enough. You know, Hakai, we'll take your ass out. We'll take you out.
Perhaps any non-universal foe could have their attacks nullified. Perhaps that means something more like key attacks. But if Ghost type is supposed to be, immune to fighting, would punches and kicks be something that Arceus could be immune to? Because that's what the plates really do. They change your type, but somehow have more immunities than the types have. It's a little bit of an up and down. Anyway, as an example, Busaga, Goku's Kamehameha probably would not be able to hurt Arceus. If it came down to it, it's hard to tell, of course. This is just conjecture. Now, a highballed Arceus is fourth dimensional due to existing outside of time and space before he created it. Now, that's something you could say in all iterations of Arceus if we take the whole creation thing seriously. However, that statement does seem a little excessive, especially with his showings in defensive capability.
His defense is trash. Which means super variations of... Okay, say you can destroy Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super is different. We're hurting you. And possibly even killing you.
His offensive capabilities seem well capable.
Like, he's top heavy. Arceus is so top heavy. Think about it like this. You know how in anime you see a girl, right? You see a waifu, right? You look at Tsunade. She's so top heavy. She has a lot of chest. That's a lot of attack power. That's a lot of AP. All right? She has a lot of chest. Hinata, when she was a teenager, had a lot of chest. What's her name? Rias from High School DxD, she has a lot of chest, but she also has ass too. So we're not going to include her. Tsunade has a lot of chest, so she is top heavy. She don't got a lot of booty. All right? So she's not well-rounded. Her defense abilities isn't great. That's what Arceus is. He is top heavy. He has a lot of boobs, but no ass. No, pause. He's so top heavy. It's crazy.
Of it, especially something we'll talk about in a minute. But realistically, I'd say 3 times universal at least, due to him defeating Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina at the same time.
I mean, that's a light feat. He created them, so it'll be weird if you can't destroy your creations. It's like Grand Priest having 12 angels as his kids, and he can't beat all 12 of them at once.
Each of which should be universal at least. Palkia and Dialga just by showings, and Giratina just by the fact that he could tussle with the two of them fairly evenly. Another feat for Arceus in this movie is that he freezes time on his judgment attack at the end of the movie, and he broke out of a spatial warp. These are more so confirming the already preconceived notions of his control over time and space.
Hey, listen. Hit is a real thing. You know? So it sounds like he has a lot of hacks, but he doesn't have like a lot of defense.
He's similar to the time and space control he gave Dialga and Palkia. He literally just freezes time with his own attack, and the spatial warp that Palkia puts him in doesn't hold him for very long once he realizes what it is and just sort of breaks out. Now, his best feat in this movie, surprisingly enough, is actually just Arceus waking up. When Arceus woke up from his regenerative sleep, he dispersed enough energy to cause Palkia and Dialga's realms to collide and warp reality across the universe at Earth. Depending on how you see the explanation of the universe, Arceus may very well be in another universe, but we can lowball the distance to a galaxy away, and let's lowball it even further to the closest galaxy to the Milky Way, which is Andromeda, which is only 2.537 million light years away, a light year, of course, being the distance light can travel in a year. Lowballing the time it took to reach Earth to about 1 minute, that's 157,683,333,333 kilometers per second, or over 525,000 times faster than the speed of light. This lowballs how close Arceus is. This lowballs the time in which it took the attack to reach Earth. This lowballs a lot of factors, and we still get such a drastically high number relative to the speed of light. He could very well have his own separate mini-universe that he resides in, since it's stated that Palkia and Dialga have their own space that should never meet, and if space is all connected, then they would meet eventually. And Arceus' realm is described the same way. So Arceus' realm should be its own mini-universe, just like Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina's Distortion World. Basically, Arceus' attack speed should be faster than the number I gave by a crap ton, to be honest, but that lowball is already incredible. His travel speed, however, seems a little bit different in terms of argumentation, since he warps around everywhere, though he is shown galloping through space like the beautiful god llama he is. It's hard to say if he's faster than light in motion, or if that's just like an attacking thing, an energy dispersing from his body thing, perhaps even just reaction speeds. Either way, his in-combat speed should be far greater than light. Movement speed, travel speed, possibly not. That does, however, bring up the point that Arceus could be able to replicate the universal feat that Buhan did of collapsing dimensions, since Arceus has the ability to also rend space and create wormholes or tears in dimensions if Arceus is perhaps in a different dimension than the rest of the universes. Like,
can't Boo just absorb him?
Dialga's Garantinas, and Earth. It's very possible he could have that ability. It's just hard to say. He's definitely able to casually do something that Super Boo struggled to do in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and Super Boo was greater than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It's just hard to be 100% sure how he scales to Buhan. He seems pretty fodder in comparison. So as the wrap-up, the movie here seems to have some of the best feats for speed and power, while also having a sort of defense issue where Arceus doesn't have as much defenses as
also we oh god
he does have offenses. So I think the outcome of this seems pretty obvious, but other than Buhan and Vegito from the anime, there is no character that could pose a threat to most forms of Arceus, if not all of them. Other than the Jewel of Light movie's weird scene where Arceus was able to be hurt by some random Pokemon just because he was missing his resistance plate to that type, the electric type attacks, it does seem like he was still fairly strong. I mean, he got up, he flew away, he destroyed the temple, he stopped the attack. He also, without the same plates, was able to fight Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina at the same time.
But then he went against them at the same time without his plates,
which is madness. He also was still able to nullify their attacks, meaning that so long as he has the plate that is able to ignore the typing of the attack you are trying to use on him, he can nullify your attack, even if he's missing all the other ones. It does actually seem much more likely to believe that Arceus was caught off guard during the movie's surprise attack scene, rather than actually ready to fight like he was with Palkia, Dialga, Giratina, or in this case, the battle that I'm proposing, where he's about to face off. And to be honest, I am assuming that this Arceus in our fight has all of his plates, but let's assume it doesn't give him any notable strength increases. It simply allows him to nullify more attacks or all types of attacks. So Arceus completely nullifying attacks.
My thing is this, right? It doesn't specify which attacks it could nullify, right? It could nullify attacks. There's no attack in Pokemon that could erase you out of existence, right? So if Dragon Ball Z, like, I'm gonna keep using Super, but Dragon Ball Z, yeah, sure, yeah, you kill us, right? Cool, that's fine. Dragon Ball Super, you fighting Beerus, and Beerus is like, he's not intimidated by Arceus. So Arceus is not really, he's strong in Super, of course. He's his base, Universal plus 6 times Universal. But if he was to fight somebody like Beerus, I don't think he's going to win. Right? I don't think he's going to win off the simple fact that Beerus has high defensive prowess, and his attack potency is ridiculous. So it's like, how is Arceus going to win against somebody like Beerus? He may beat Goku, Vegeta, not Gogeta, or Vegito, or Zeno. But he may beat Goku. But I'm not sure how he's going to fare against somebody like Beerus, who has Hakai. And he is probably the strongest, God of Destruction there is, bro.
From beings that are consistently shown throughout the multiple canons to be universal in power is pretty insane, and would
so you gotta be like so above universal to fight Arceus. You have to be
most likely allow him to nullify.
I would say so above. He doesn't like Arceus. Like, I have a huge respect for him. So he's universal plus, right? Like, he's 6 times universal, right? Fine, that's great, but you know what I'm saying? You can get hurt. You ain't invincible. You can take damage, especially when you're caught off guard. That sounds familiar.
Anything that isn't greater than universal, at least. Arceus' biggest disadvantage in this battle would probably be speed, more so than power. However, Dragon Ball has a rule that you can only overcome someone's hacks abilities via strength. This is shown with mod.
Oh, so we can overcome. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. We can overcome anybody's hacks through strength. Now, for all my Madara tards and Rimuru tards, like, we can overcome hacks through powering up. So if we catch up to you, that's actually a broken ass hack ability. We don't even need special types of hacks. That hack right there for us to for them to, I should keep saying us, for them to power up, keep powering up, and then to finally catch you and overcome you because they kept powering up is broken as fuck. So no matter what broken ability you have, it probably won't work as long as Dragon Ball characters keep powering up. That's so fucking unfair. You can't erase your history. Not if I catch up to you in power and overthrow you. You can't. That's so dumb. I'm realizing how dumb Dragon Ball is, bro. Like, it's so stupid.
Vegeta and Jiren. Jiren is the more important example here because he was able to overcome time-based hacks, but only by being stronger than him. This is shown in both the anime and manga, though slightly differently. The relevance here is that Arceus should have control over time and space since he was able to create Dialga and Palkia, as well as the universe itself. He also, of course, has the feats in the movie where he broke out of a spatial warping and got rid of the spatial warping, is able to warp through portals in the movie, and is able to stop time. I find it hard to argue that Arceus wouldn't have time manipulation as one of his abilities, so he'd be able to manipulate time on anyone weaker than him, which would allow him to attack freely.
So I already knew that you were going to say that. So if you're weak, of course, that's why I kept saying to everybody, had you been weaker than, say if Gohan fights Madara, right? If Gohan was weaker than Madara, then his hacks would work on him. And I've been saying this is really levels to everything. Had Gohan been weaker than Madara, then yes, sure, his hacks work. But because Dragon Ball Z characters can power up and overcome pretty much anything they want, it ain't gonna be sweet for you. And your hacks, you ain't getting stronger. You're getting weaker. You're gonna lose chakra before I lose ki. That's bad funny.
Regardless of speed difference. He also has great precognition and reaction speed.
For example, okay, so say if Arceus was to fight Superman, he's gonna thrash him. You think Superman's bounded by time? Yeah, okay, yeah, he is because there's multiple Supermans. But the fact that he can blitz you, his speed alone will be a problem for you because I don't think stopping time will stop him. I don't think stopping time will stop Superman, which is crazy.
This is shown mostly by his nullification of attacks right as they're about to hit him, and him being able to follow Giratina's Shadow Sneak, a move that Arceus shouldn't be able to detect, and react to it and counterattack him.
I created you. Like, if I created Giratina, bro, like, why wouldn't I be able to react to it? I created you. Whatever skills you have, I could probably fucking do my damn self. So, of course, I could detect it. It would make sense. If I created you, you're this strong because I created you, right? I made you universal. At most, you're universal. That's how strong I made you. So it's like, it would make sense. I wouldn't doubt that if I created something and I'm universal plus and I made another universal tier being, that they couldn't do that. And I can't react to it because I shouldn't be able to. I created it.
Accordingly. That being said, Super Vegito in the anime is probably able to defeat most forms of Arceus. Buhan would be a closer fight, but Buhan seemed universal at full power, while Arceus is 2 to 3 times universal based on his fights with Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina. As well as the fact that, once again, in the Jewel of Life movie, Arceus created the universe, Giratina's realm, Palkia's realm, Dialga's realm, and his own realm. Now, whether he created all these at the same time or not, it's impossible to be sure. However, Arceus is consistently stated to have created everything in all continuities.
Okay, so if he created everything, he probably didn't create them at the exact same time. Like, some universes are probably younger than others or older than others. He probably created the universe first He probably had his space first, then created the universe, then created Dialga and Palkia and Giratina.
There are at least 2 universes. In 3 of the 4, we are directly shown that Palkia and Dialga creating and destroying a universe is canon. It is accepted that Arceus created Palkia and Dialga, which makes him more powerful than them by proxy in this universe. So Arceus is 2 to 5 times universal depending on the continuity. His attack speed in Jewel of Life is pretty insane, and the only Dragon Ball Z character that could potentially take him out is Super Vegito, but that depends on how much stronger Super Vegito is than Buhan, and that has yet to be confirmed in any sense. I
think about it like this. The entire time, Vegito was toying around with him because he didn't want to completely destroy Buhan, right? Because he had his kids, Goten, Trunks, Gohan, Videl, Bulma, Chi-Chi. Buhan had everybody absorbed inside his body, right? And he was toying around with him the entire time. Remember, let's not forget about the fact that Buhan transformed Vegito into a piece of chocolate. A piece of chocolate he turns him into, and he was getting destroyed. So I would guess that Vegito didn't take no damage from him the entire time that he fought him. He didn't take not one. So it tells me that he's probably at least 10 to 20 times stronger than, I give him 10 to 20 times stronger than Buhan.
probably face Buhan on the losing side of this equation, but at like a medium difficulty for Arceus. Again, take into account that Arceus has a lot of hacks, guys. He has decent attacking speed, though not great. Some form of potential precognition. I'm not going to say that's 100% confirmed, though it did seem that way. And he does just seem to have more raw power than these guys. So if he could time freeze them and attack them and obliterate them, then he probably will. That's it for me, guys.
Okay.
I'm sure this one's going to get a lot of controversy.
It is, especially on my channel, because we have a bunch of tars on my channel. I love it, though. I love you guys, though. Like, to be honest, I love the toxic comics. I love the comics that's on my side. I love all of it, bro. It brings a whole lot of interaction to, like, specify and to even talk about this. Even though I'm on, like, to be honest, I do say Arceus still does destroy 99.9% of Dragon Ball Z, right? Not Super. Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine with that, bro. And I'm okay with that. Because I don't think Goku from Dragon Ball Z is even, according to this video, I don't think he's touching, Arceus at all, bro. Like, how can he? Unless, he gets that God training. And then I could say, hey, we can make the case now. And like if Goku learned the hacks that Arceus had, bro, like what you gonna tell me then? But that's not the case. Arceus does destroy 99% of Dragon Ball Z. He's gonna have a huge fight between Vegito and Buhan. Mainly Vegito, Super Vegito. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button for your boy. Comment down below what you guys think. Was I toxic? Was I not toxic? Let your boy know. It's me, your boy, Soup, and we are out of y'all. Peace.